Hey, everybody. A little late, but I'm here. Woo! It's hot, y'all. Happy Monday to everybody. I will not keep you guys long today. Hey, Big Mom. Hey, Miss Paula. Hey, Rich Class. How y'all doing? Y'all see I'm fanning today, so y'all know what that means. That means that men on pause is kicking in today. Okay? Whew. So I am trying to calm and cool myself down. So I hope everybody is having a cooler day than your girl is right now. Okay. Hey Keisha, good evening to you too. All right. So hey Elizabeth. Okay, so of course, hey Mo, how you doing? I know y'all probably didn't think I was gonna be here. So really quick, for those who were concerned about me on Wednesday, last Wednesday, whoo, let me tell y'all. It is tax season and your girl gets tired. So I actually went to sleep and did not wake up in time. So I apologize if anybody was concerned about me. I am okay. Okay. I am okay. So I'm here with you guys today. Y'all definitely know y'all can ask me any questions that you have. Don't mind me patting myself like a sinning pastor in church. I am just hot. Okay. So it's a whole lot of stuff going on, but nothing that I think is super, super big news for you guys. So I'm gonna let y'all ask me. Hold on, let me adjust this. So I'm gonna let y'all ask me whatever y'all want to ask. And I told y'all we were going to get into this month. So this is my birthday month. So shout out to any Aries that are out there. I told y'all this month we're going to talk about some domestic violence issues. And I must, I did not want to, but I am starting to find more and more and more of you women are leaving these toxic relationships. Okay. And kudos to you all. I just want to share some of my situation, but also some resources that are out there. Okay, so y'all know I like to talk about credit and your civil liberties and all that good stuff. But you guys are gonna be shocked to find out how. And my lash is bothering me too, so I'm just doing everything today. So y'all gonna find out how being a victim of domestic violence affects your credit. I'm not lying, okay? So y'all gonna have to follow me down the rabbit hole a little bit. So first, let me see if y'all asking me anything. My birthday is next Saturday, okay? And I just want to say, if my sister is watching, oh, that's my phone. If my sister is watching, she did not have to bust my bubble. I actually thought I was about to be 43, y'all, but she actually told me, "No, girl, you about to be 44." So she hurt my feelings. Okay, I got lost a little bit and forgot a year on my birthday, so I'm gonna be 44. So um, y'all definitely drank a little bit of mimosa, a little bit for me. Okay. And Kayla, I see you on there. So yes, I'm talking to you. All right, mental health issues. That's good. So mental health issues play into this domestic violence situation that we're talking about. Let me see. Before I get started, Keisha says I have a question on how to register my ministry. If you want to know how to register your ministry, and this is before I get into what my topic is of tonight, and please, you guys can drop your questions, okay? Before I answer Miss Keisha, while I fan myself, let me let y'all know if you have not liked or followed or subscribed or anything to anything that I have, you are wrong. Okay. Please make sure you go to my YouTube under the same name, Shamika Saves, my Facebook, my Instagram, my Twitter, and of course my TikTok page. Why? Because I give out good information that I promise you, you may not think you need it today, but you will always sit back and go, you know what Shamika said, and that's exactly what I want to happen. So you do want to make sure you follow and stay tuned. I do have good info. Okay. And for those who have been following me, y'all know y'all can attest to that. So I appreciate it. So real quick, Miss Keisha says, how can she register her ministry? If anybody is interested in registering the ministry, you're going to do the same thing that you would do with a nonprofit. And basically what you're going to do, Miss Keisha, is you're going to go to your Secretary of State. You're going to register a corporation. You're going to then get your EIN. You are then going to go to the IRS website. And you are going to, excuse me, take that back, not the IRS website. You actually go to pay.gov and you will do your application for a 501c3. You can either be a public foundation or a private foundation. I would choose public. It costs more. Private is cheaper and it does get done faster, but you cannot apply for a bunch of grants. Once you apply for that application there, you're going to wait for the IRS to do their due diligence, get back to you, approve you, and then you have your ministry. Okay, good luck on that. If you have any other questions, y'all also can go to my website, shamikasaves.com, and book me for a consultation. I go over credit and a whole lot of other stuff. All right. Hey, Donnie. All right. So if y'all do not know, I told y'all a sister was shot. Okay. Y'all will notice that I deal with my pain through making jokes. So if I offend or hurt anyone's feelings, I promise you it is not intentional. It is just how I choose to tell my story. Okay. So part of me sharing this information with you guys is because I'm just going to put it out there. I had a horrible, let me say it again, a horrible experience. And I want to prevent other people from going through the same exact thing that I am going through. Okay. So if you guys don't know, in October of 2022, on the 22nd of October, okay, so 10/22/22, I will never forget. Okay. Now this has not gone to trial or anything, but I don't care. I'll tell my story the same over and over, here, now, there at court. And if he's watching, because I know he likes to tune into my lives, you can kiss all. Anyway, let me be a lady. Oh, I had to almost trip for a minute. But if he happens to be watching the live, oh well, the story ain't gonna change. Okay. So basically, I decided to end a 4-year relationship. And anybody who knows me, if you're from the town that I'm from, you've probably already heard this, but you've heard his side and not the truth. Okay. So I broke up with this individual 2 months prior to October. So it was in August. Okay. And I thought we could have an amicable split where y'all know, when y'all break up with somebody, y'all still talk. You're still texting because it's not completely like over, because you got to work your way out of a relationship. Okay. So the knowing my routine, or knowing where I was going to be, or being close to where I live, wasn't uncommon because it was a part of the normal routine. All right. So first, I want to say, if you have any issues that require you to call the police, ladies, this is for gentlemen too, but I'm saying this more so for ladies, because a lot of women I find that I talk to who are trying to get a divorce, y'all think that it can happen to you. I am guilty of that myself, and it can happen. Okay. Make sure you get all your police case numbers. Okay. And I'm going to tell you why you need your case numbers, because in the event that you are trying to get a restraining order, and for those who have tried to get a restraining order, I know y'all, especially if you're a Black female, I hate to say it, if you are a Black female, I know you have had a hard time getting a restraining order, because they do not like to give it to us, because we so dang on strong, they think we can handle our own problems. Okay. So you need to make sure you have those case numbers, because in the event you have to fill out this report for a restraining order, you need all the information you can. So that's first and foremost. Okay. You're going to need those things, because when you're trying to get assistance, you're going to need those case numbers. So most of you got your notes in your phone. So make sure you get those case numbers. And this is for any time y'all go to the police. But this is really serious in this situation, because when you're going through trauma, you ain't thinking about that. But let me tell y'all something. I got a call today from somebody, an older lady in her 60s. Okay. And she just broke up with someone. And she called me today to say, I understand what you went through because I just broke up with the person. He still comes to my house. He still comes in my yard. I'm trying to be nice, and that's where we go wrong. You cannot be nice when you are trying to separate, because most of these men or these people are narcissistic and they do not take you serious. They do not think that you are actually going to do it. So you need to always put a threat of law enforcement, okay? But my biggest thing, and I'm gonna get to y'all questions. I want to make sure y'all not asking me anything. Y'all need to make sure not only if you're getting these police reports that you take photos. If you get beat up, you get injured, there's some damage to your property, you need to take pictures. Again, they make restraining orders so impossible. This is why people are doing what they need to do on their own, and we're taking action into our own hands because we have to be the damn police, the detective, the EMT, the judge, the jury, and the executioner. And we should not have to when we are simply victims. All right. So, and now I told you, if you guys live in Florida, that this is not every state, but every state does have programs for people who are victims of domestic violence. And yes, I get so many phone calls, okay? A lot of phone calls from y'all, and I appreciate it, okay? So, y'all need case numbers. I'm gonna get y'all messages, and you need case numbers, you need pictures, okay? And keep your proof. All right. So, and I'm gonna give you an example of proof. If the person is texting you crazily, and we know they do it, we know when they're breaking up, they text. Stop responding, but keep those text messages. You can block the number still, it doesn't matter. Keep those messages so that, hold on, let me put my phone on silent. I forgot. Block those messages so that or you don't even have to block them. Some of y'all, you're strong enough, you don't have to block them. I would say block them. But in my situation, I blocked the number, and now I have 35 different phone numbers in my phone from this same person. But let me tell you what it did. I saved every single one of them. I turned everything over to the police, and I suggest you guys do the same exact thing. Unfortunately, there is not an app that will back up your messages for you. So you are going to have to screenshot, or basically going to have to screenshot your messages. I don't care. Screenshot them, save them, print them out, do what you have to do, because you have to build your own case in the event you have to go to court. So let me see what y'all saying. Thank you, Miss Amy says, I'm full of good info. I appreciate it. Big Mom says, and police don't really like to deal in domestic violence cases. And no, they do not like to deal in domestic violence cases. And I'm going to tell you something. If you call the police for a domestic violence situation, somebody is going to jail unless somebody leaves. Okay? So I'm not advocating violence or anything, but if you know you hit and they call the police, there is no explaining somebody going to jail if two people are there. So that is why most men run, because they don't want to go to jail. So ladies, in the event that is you, because some of us are handsy. Some of us are handsy. All right. Some of us are handsy. All right. Some of us women ain't too scared to get choked up or all that kind of stuff. So if you're one of those type of people, you need to leave. All right. So what's wrong with him? I'm gonna tell y'all what's wrong. He likes to do like a lot of narcissistic men do. They like to try to stalk you or intimidate. So if anyone can see, if you guys see that, I want y'all to see. So I am a veteran that went overseas to serve my country and came home alive, but came back in the United States, and this is what I have. Okay, so I want you guys to understand that I am going to make sure that I use this, and the bullet is still in my arm in case anybody wants to know. Okay, it is still in my arm. Yes, I have full range of motion. I did not at one time, and I do now. And the reason that I can talk about it now and not feel or cry or anything is because now I realize it's been 6 months since this has happened, and I have not said anything too much. And now I'm going to use my situation to help other people, because unfortunately, this isn't going anywhere. Okay, I am lucky to be here. And let me tell you guys, sometimes I feel guilty that I'm here and I feel like I shouldn't have been. And I'm going to tell you why, because this is one out of I don't know, probably 18 or so rounds that was shot at me. Okay, so this is the only one that made it. Um, and I don't have to get into it. I probably will as the time goes on. Or what happened? Like I told you, I'm gonna give y'all something each week. But I did want y'all to know. Let me see what else y'all saying over here. It says, yes, people crazy these days. Yes, they are crazy. But one thing that I find is a lot of people aren't taking this seriously. So I don't want y'all to go and tell somebody when they're saying they're in a bad relationship, just leave. Just leave. It's not easy to just leave. And even if it is easy to leave, it's not safe to leave. So I'm not saying that you can't say that in support of your friend because you're trying to say that they're weak, because it has nothing to do with weakness. We have to be strategic because we cannot win against crazy. Okay, crazy. I don't know what a crazy person's thinking. Okay, I didn't know that when I left my home on 10/22/22 that some car was going to be driving that I never, a vehicle I never seen before, would be riding up on me, um, shooting. Okay, and to my defense, I didn't even know it was. I just was driving, looking around, going, what is that noise? All I heard was do do do. Okay, y'all seen the lips? That's the real. That's the sound. Okay, now I have a gun, but my gun doesn't sound like that. If you have a smaller caliber gun, it sounds like pop pop pop. Okay, so I wasn't used to the other sound. Okay, so the other sound had me looking around, and then I realized, OMG, somebody is shooting at me while I am driving a vehicle. Okay, on the road where people were out. So this can't happen. All right. So we already got what y'all need to do. All right. We already got some of the things that y'all need to do. All right. Again, I have to stress this stuff about restraining orders because it is crazy. Stray Boxer podcast. I wanted you guys to know something about how difficult it is to get a restraining order because it's very hard. And you know why they don't like to give out restraining orders is because it has to show imminent threat of your life. So you have to feel as if you are going, as if your life is threatened, and you have to prove it. This is why I say they make you be judge, jury, and all of these other things. Okay, so if in the event someone goes through domestic violence and they survive, first of all, I'm glad that you are here because the numbers are dwindling, and I'm not. I don't have to prove that to anybody. All you guys have to do is watch the news. Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all a couple things that you could do. And I told you, if you're in Florida, you can block your address. You do have the right to block your address. You can hide some of your public information if you are a domestic violence victim. A lot of states have that now. First and foremost, if you are a domestic violence victim, even if this is something that has happened in the past, if you have a case report, the only thing you probably will not be able to get at this time is relocation assistance if it's been a certain amount of time. But you can still use some of the programs, okay? That is blocking out your public information, especially your address, the same as police officers do. Just like if it's a police officer or somebody from the school system got pulled over and they ran their license, it won't give them their home address because you get the option to have a separate address because you are considered someone who's in I call it like a victim, a witness protection light. Okay. So you're not directly under a federal program, but you're under a state program where they have to protect you. Okay. Now we all know that they want you to go to shelters. If you choose to want to go to a shelter, there is nothing wrong with that. But if you are a veteran, I suggest you as a veteran try to use the VA hospital and domiciliary programs. Okay. If you are a male, I'm sure they have way more places for you as a male. Get that now. Way more spots for you as a male, and especially if you have substance abuse problems, than if you are a female and are going through domestic violence. Now, y'all tell me how that make any sense, okay? Now, I know we have people that are on drugs, but there are people who getting their behind stove up too, and they need some place to go also. Okay, especially if you're a veteran. So if you're a veteran, let them know that they can go to other places that are not shelters. All right. You also need to make sure that you are in touch with your attorney general. If nobody knows what the attorney general is, your attorney general is just what it says, the attorney that is in charge over your state. Okay, just like the governor is the president of your state, the attorney general is like the lawyer of the whole state. So they handle any types of complaints. And you know what else they handle? They handle domestic violence situations or cases. All right. So if you find that you are a domestic violence victim, whether this is current in the past, God forbid, but even if this is in the future, you need to go to that page and look at all the resources they give you, because some of them are tied to finances. A lot of them have relocation assistance. Some of y'all are leaving and running away, which I applaud you, but you're not even getting the money that the state will offer you to go. Don't let these people just put you in a shelter and tell you everything gonna be okay, because they lying first and foremost. Okay, if you aren't having this same type of energy that I'm having when you are even a victim, they gonna throw at you whatever they can and leave you to the wolves. You unfortunately still have to do your own due diligence even in this situation. Okay, so hide your public information, not just so that your the person who caused the harm to you can't find you. Hell, anybody else. Did y'all know that even in Florida, now that I'm sure they have this in other states too, they have a mail program. Not just where you can change your address, but a mail program, like your mail in the mail, not MALE, ladies, mail, MAIL, where your mail will be intercepted. So all mail sent to you will be intercepted and sent to the Attorney General office, held for you, and then sent to whatever address that you give them. And nobody else will know of that address that you now have, only the Attorney General. And I'm going to tell y'all why this is so important, that you guys need to know these things. Why? Because I'm always looking people up online. And if I can find you, the person that harmed you can find you too. Okay? And that's no lie. I say that even as I myself am in a situation where I do not want to be exposed, but I am aware that our information is out there, and your information is out there, ladies, gentlemen. So if you are hiding from someone, first and foremost, you need to know that you cannot hide no matter where you move and still be who you are right now. Now, I hope that didn't go over y'all heads. Okay? I'm going to say it again. You cannot hide no matter where you go and be who you are right now. And the reason why I say that is because almost everything is public records. So say and something happened in Florida, like it happened to me, and I use the public record block access program. I do the change the mail program. I get my relocation. I do everything that I'm supposed to do. Then say I move to Alaska, and then I want to go and turn my water on and get me some cable in Alaska. Guess what happens? They do a background check. They do a soft inquiry check. And guess what they do? They check on you with your social and the new address. And then guess what happens? Now your new location is listed and you can be found. Okay? So when you leave, if you are really trying to leave and you really think that you can be harmed, you will unfortunately need to change your name. But did you know they have a free program that you can do that for free? In the event you are a domestic violence victim, present, past, and God forbid it, future, you can legally petition the courts to change your name. But guess what supports your petition? All that stuff I told y'all to do in the beginning, the pictures, the case numbers, if you get a restraining order, even if you don't get a restraining order, the attempts, any paperwork that you can have to provide that supports your case works. And you know why? Because domestic violence victims cases, especially when you're doing a name change, you usually get put to the front because they know that this is an emergency situation. Okay? So, we can hide our information. We can hide our mail, we can hide our mailing address and get a brand new one for free. We can change our name. Okay, so I mentioned y'all relocation assistance. Okay, a lot of relocation assistance usually isn't a lot. I can tell you for the state of Florida, they give you $1,500. You just provide a lease for wherever you are now, but they do pay to give you relocation assistance, and a lot of states offer that too. So y'all know I talk about money and where we can find it. And this is one of those programs. Y'all see how much money these nonprofits get for domestic violence, and it's a whole lot of people victims of domestic violence. And the reason those places have all that money is because y'all are not going out there to get it. Y'all better call every shelter. You can look up on, like I said, your attorney general website. They list everything that's out there for you. Free treatment programs. They got all kinds of stuff to help you get back on your feet. Okay. Let me also say, if you are, and this is based on, I'm not going to take y'all questions in a second. If you are a victim of this and you are on Social Security disability, okay, because like I said, I get your phone calls. If that is you, you need to make sure you are going to your counseling appointments. If you are a veteran and you're receiving disability, especially for anxiety or post-traumatic stress, depression, whatever it is, you need to make sure you're going to your appointments too. Why? Because they look, especially if you're on disability, you don't know how long your case, your disability is, if it's permanent, if it's 3 years, 5 years, you don't know. So when you have things that are added on in addition to what you may already have, because some of y'all are on disability for other things, and then this happens to you. When things like this happen to you, do you go back and update your caseworkers? You should. You should let them know, because you don't know what programs you're not qualified for. Let me tell you, if you're a Black, female, gay, or have a domestic violence victim or some type of trafficking in the sex world, man, there's all kind of money for you. So sometimes you might want to go back to some of these caseworkers at your housing and let them know, hey, I was just a victim of, so and so and so, and if y'all have any program free training, whatever, because they want to get you to go back to work. They want to make you whole, and they want to make you a whole new person again. Y'all not taking advantage of it. Florida is coming out with a program for fathers who actually raise their kids. They're giving them money. Isn't that smart? Probably one of the few things I agree with DeSantis, but that's great. But you wouldn't know. Somebody has to identify you, that father with those kids that in need, to give him the money. Because average daddies who out there taking care of their kids don't even know about it. But it's coming. I'll tell you when it becomes live. Let me see what y'all saying out there. I appreciate y'all sharing the live. Imani says, Imani, you have to send me a message. I've been waiting on you. Mo says, it's hard to predict what a crazy person is going to do. It's very hard to predict what a crazy person is. Exactly. We never know what somebody is going to do. Hey, Nicola, thank you for saying I'm helpful. I appreciate it. We never know what somebody is doing or going to do. So we have to be prepared at all times. It says, would an EIN plus an LLC prevent being found in public record? No, I don't even know why anybody thinks that. Let me tell y'all something if you did not know. And I told you I was going to tell you how being a domestic violence victim affects your credit. I'm going to get to that too, because what time is it? 7:37. All right. There is nothing that you can do to prevent being found or for anybody to know where you are. If you did not know, now you know. I hate to bust your bubble. Why? Because when you do an EIN, you are putting your name and you are putting your social. If you aren't filling out the EIN paperwork, somebody else is, and they still have to list your name and social. When you are creating an LLC, a corporation, a nonprofit, whatever that may be, guess what you have to list? Your name and your address. So you are going to be found no matter what, unless you put no information out there and you start out with a whole brand new identity, which will almost be impossible. So, no, you cannot create anything to hide who you are. You can make it harder for people to connect the dots. But if you have somebody like me who ain't have nothing but time, I'm going to find you. And if I can find you, somebody else who has time can find you as well. And that is what I want y'all to know. So, no, creating an LLC, putting things in your business name does not give you the layer of protection that you may think that it is. Okay. It said, Nicola says DeSantis is giving money to go to Miami-Dade for it free. Yeah, they're giving a lot of money going a lot of places. It says, hey, I'm moving to Florida. You could come to Florida. Ain't nothing wrong with being here. You just, again, I don't move anywhere if you don't know what benefits that are allotted to you. That is very, very important. Okay. Naisha says, hey, hon, I'm needing your expertise on my husband's business taxes. Hit me up, Naisha. You can go to my website, shamikasaves.com. I have no problem giving y'all the goods on taxes. I'm surprised how many of y'all have not even filed yet. Hey, Mr. Game Over, how you doing? William says, what kind of program for men housing in South Carolina? Unfortunately, y'all, they don't have a lot of programs for men, period. Because men are resilient. Men, they believe, don't need the same leg up or hand up that women do. So you will be hard pressed to find a lot of programs that support men, but you'll find a lot that will support women. And us women, y'all not even using these programs, okay? Which is what I want you guys to do. All right. Let me see. Amani said you texted me. Okay. Let's see. All right. Y'all follow the host. All right, so let me tell y'all what I was saying about why being a domestic violence victim can affect your credit. So I told you guys that you can change your address, which you can. You guys can change your name, which you could do that too. But any of those things that you change can and does send off a red flag. Okay. Red flag meaning it tells the credit bureaus that you could potentially be a high risk individual for them because there was a recent change, especially if you do a name change. Okay. So I told y'all this before. If you're a female and you get married a couple times, you got a couple different last names. That's a red flag, okay? Although you're just trying to get your love and marriage on, it tells the credit bureaus high risk. And if you think about it, what does that say in your regular life? Most people who have been married a couple times, most of y'all go, ooh, red flag. Same thing that the credit bureaus say. So you see what I mean when I tell y'all we're going to get to the social credit system? You will be judged by how you live. They are doing it now. It's just not in the open, okay? They've been doing it. So you change your name because you're just trying to hide and live because you are a victim of domestic violence. Now it becomes harder for you to get credit. Also, in the event you happen to get pulled over, depending on how deep they look into your file, but police officers use this same software that that companies, that banks, that lenders look at to see the type of person that you are. And say you are a regular American citizen, but now you decide to change your religion to Islam, and now you have a different last name. That could give off a red flag. That could potentially cause problems. So, the reason I found out about this is because somebody had issues with the law enforcement, and when they found out the reason why they were even pulled over was because they just had ran their tag just because, but because this person had a funny last name, it started them, it started the process, and this is how it was unveiled. So whether you think they make these decisions about you or think things about you, they really do, especially when you change your name. Even in the event you are just hiding from domestic violence, you do need to know that does make it potentially harder for you to get credit, especially if you change your name. That's going to be tough too. Who are you? And if you change your names, ladies and gentlemen, you are going to be issued a new social security card, a new social security number. So now you are basically starting over from scratch because they don't give you all that old credit that you had before. You got to start over. That stuff doesn't merge. Now, yes, you're gonna have your old credit lines. They may go with the name change, they may not. It depends. They may say, we don't want to give you that account. We're gonna have to close this account and give you a new one. So y'all need to be mindful of that. If you want to change your name, how is it going to affect your credit? How are you going to pay your bills now? Because you're not who you were last week. All right. It says, what programs are out there for women? I missed the conversation. The programs are, you can get a free forwarding where the attorney general will handle your mail and mail all your mail to you and hide your address. You can hide your public records. You can do a name change, and in a lot of cases, you could get relocation assistance. All right. Let's see. Miss Jenna says, "Is there any rent assistance in Virginia that still has actual money?" Y'all know they don't give out money that much during tax season. Okay, I did send out last week for individuals who live in South Carolina. They do have a rental assistance program that is giving money, but those are to people who own, not rental assistance, is a home buyer's assistance or mortgage, not mortgage assistance, sorry. It is for individuals who own a home and have been affected by COVID and cannot pay their mortgage or are behind. South Carolina is the only one that is doing that. So there's usually not going to be too much rental assistance right now because it's tax season. They think y'all have money. They're gonna wait until after that is over, which that is coming up. Okay. It says, are you doing a tax class this year? Yeah, I'm doing a tax class this year. So let me just say that really quick because it is going to come by fast. I am doing a tax class this year if you want to know how to do your own taxes, just your own. If you want to do a tax business, if you're thinking about starting a tax business, I am doing that as well. But you guys, we are going to have to get together earlier this year because there are going to be some changes, especially with the new $600 1099. So we need to make sure we're prepared and everybody is set up. So I will put more information about that probably in August because we're going to start in September for the tax class. All right. So if you're interested, y'all can get with me earlier so I can tell you what you need to do so you can get your background check and all that stuff done ahead of time. Okay. Let me see if I'm missing anything. Okay. I answered that one. And I answered that one. Thank you, Naisha, for asking. All right, let's see. I'll make sure y'all didn't ask me nothing. All right, so we got 15 minutes left. So again, y'all can ask. Let me run down anything that I saw. So again, I told y'all last week that if you got that letter from the government stating that your loans were forgiven under the borrower's defense, you will not see any change to your credit or your account until 2024. They ran out of money. Okay, so if you were expecting something, keep on expecting because it's not going to be here. Okay, unfortunately. So they ran out of money. So please, just sit back and wait. Unfortunately, that's all you can do. Okay. Also, bankruptcies have not slowed down. All right. I told y'all, sitting around here, some of y'all feeling bad for no reason at all. Y'all, if you have thought about it or considering it, do not drag your feet. Don't be embarrassed. Look at your opportunities and your options. I am going to do some YouTube videos for some of y'all who need to know another reason why to do it. Hold on, y'all. Let me look. Just let me see. How many of y'all, and I know some of y'all sent me messages last week about the travel program for people who want to go away for like a month. I mean, not for a month, for like a week to teach English. Okay, so if you have and I haven't gotten back to you, please don't worry, I will. It's tax season and I've been busy. Okay, I've been trying to get everything done. All right, so let me see what else y'all saying. Rich Class says, I kind of need more than a consult. I'm trying to clean my personal credit, build business credit, and also cleaning up info being reported by the secondary bureaus. How do I? All right, so he says he needs more than a console. He's trying to clean his personal credit and build business credit. Smart. You should always do your personal credit before you try to do your business credit. I don't know why y'all be trying to jump the line. It just doesn't work that way, okay? He says he wants to clean up some info that's being reported by the secondary bureaus. I think every single one of y'all should be interested in what those secondary bureaus are saying about you. A lot of y'all don't even care, but you should, okay? Because that's probably why y'all not getting credit. That's probably why you're not getting those bank accounts. That's probably why your insurance rates are high. Okay, that's probably why when you try to go fill that prescription, they told you can't come there no more. All right. So some of y'all not knowing why y'all being turned away for things, but it's because of those secondary bureaus. That's why. Rich Class says, how do I go about sending my report? I'm using Smart Credit. I have one collection reporting, two agencies, about a third of charge offs. Man, Rich Class, you could have sent this to me in a text. Just email it to me, shamikasaves@gmail.com, and let me take a look, okay? But send me the whole gamut, boy. I know that's right. Y'all know y'all be trying to skip around these consultations, but I'm not gonna let y'all. Y'all gonna do these, and we're gonna talk and get to the bottom of it. Keisha says, I want to clean my credit to buy a house. That's great. I don't know if anybody should be looking to buy right now. But if you want to clean your credit, hit me up, shamikasaves.com, and let me help you with that. Okay, FTC, Federal Trade Commission, did just do another class action lawsuit, y'all. Man, they's trying to sue everybody, okay? So, but as they're doing all this suing, but ain't no money coming back to nobody. But y'all know, as soon as I find out what class action is dropping the coin, I'm going to tell you, okay? And if y'all know of any class action, y'all know to get in my inbox or my messages or text me, because I give, okay? It's better to give than to receive, y'all. So I like to give, and y'all need to give too. It feels good to share other things with others, but make sure you get you first, okay? But after you get yours, then pass it on along, all right? Let me see. Big Mom says, do banks use different credit I think you're saying credit bureaus to find out what's on your credit, then transfer your sacrifice and experience? Absolutely. Credit companies don't even use those banks don't even use those three credit bureaus. Okay. If you're applying for a credit card, they are looking at those bureaus. But if you are trying to open up an account, they're not looking at those at all. They are looking at your bank, the bank credit reports is what I like to call them. The check system, the telecheck, the early warning systems. That is what they look at. So you overdraft on an account, you let somebody use your bank account because you heard that you could get 500 if they catch a $5,000 check through your account. Y'all call me and tell me. So I already know the game. Okay. So if you fell for one of those, like my little niece did, God bless her heart, her PO account at Bank of America says negative $800,000. I didn't even know a bank would let you overdraft that much, but they did. Okay. So if that is you, please know that they do have a secondary credit bureau that is looking. Okay. And they know all about it. Right. Just like I had somebody today, and I hope he's not watching, but thank you for your support. You've been with me for a long time. He said, Miss Shamika, thank you for helping me get my car. And yes, we really did get him a car. Shout out to, you know who you are in California. We got a car last week. We worked, we got his score up, we added them trade lines. He went to the car. Matter of fact, before he even went to the car lot, he 25 years old, y'all. We already had him pre-qualified, picked out the car. All he had to do was go pick it up. So now I'm like, now we started the business last night. Now he went to go and do his Uber applications and Lyft applications. And he said, do you think they're going to find out about my history? Yeah. And so these secondary credit bureaus, they find out. And so I told them, don't even waste your time applying, because they're gonna find out, and we just wasted our time. Okay. So there's stuff out there about y'all that y'all don't know. I told y'all prescriptions. Okay, y'all think that all that HIPAA stuff, it protects you for a little piece. Okay, but they know you keep going back to the clinic all the time, this is gonna raise some eyebrows. Okay. Let's see. All right, let me see what else y'all saying. Y'all know it's almost 8. I told y'all I wasn't gonna keep y'all long today. What program is it that we can submit to get student loan? The Borrower's Defense, BORROWERS. Borrower's Defense is the program. Man, this program been out 2 years. I don't know why y'all are not. The one that's due on 5/1/23. The 5/1. So I haven't seen anything that's due on 5/1/23. I think what you are the public service loan forgiveness, that's still going. That's probably the one that you're talking about. They probably gave them some extension. But there is no certain program that people have to do by 5/21. And if you see it, send it to me. I think I know what you're talking about, but it's not the Borrower's Defense. That program is not ending anytime soon. You guys do need to do the IBR if y'all have not. Okay, they already told y'all they're not going to do nothing with these student loans for another year. Okay, they basically trying to force y'all all to consolidate into the IBR program. So even though you got that letter saying your loans were about to be discharged, I don't care. Please still call your student loan servicer and see about consolidating those loans into one, because student loans will come into repayment. They will come into repayment probably at this summer. And you don't want your loans to be all over the place. You don't even need all those lines open on your credit. You need the one line open on your credit. Okay. So I'm telling you now, y'all, I swear I be talking to y'all, don't be listening. So y'all going to tell somebody to tell somebody if they got them loans, consolidate them and get on that IBR. Excuse me, IDR, not B, IDR. Okay. The new income. Well, I forgot what the D stand for. Y'all know the income program, the new income based program, repayment one, so that you can get those loans cheaper than what they are going to be normally, because they are going to be high. Yes, Adrian, please contact me so I can see what you're talking about. Okay. All right. Rich Class A console book. Thank you. I appreciate that very, very much. Okay. All right. So it is 7:54. So y'all got 6 minutes. So y'all better come on with the come on. Y'all better go, because y'all know y'all be asking questions at the last 2 seconds. So I'm trying to see what y'all's talking about. All right. I'm just looking. And don't ask me about nothing about no Trump or anything like that. Okay. Let me see. I'm just looking. Trying to see what else is going on in this world. Nothing too much. I'm trying to think of all my phone calls I got. I had to talk about that domestic violence because that's a big thing. We're still getting people trying to finish out their taxes. So please do that. The class action lawsuits. You can go to classaction.org. That's probably my favorite, classaction.org. You can also go to classaction.com too. But classaction.org is my favorite. Thank you. It's actually a dress that's too doggone short that I made into a dress. Okay, we're not throwing away nothing around here. We recycle or we lose weight until it fits again. Okay. All right. Let me see. What else we got going on? Golly, man, it's so hard to capture stuff for Monday. So I'll be back here on Wednesday. Hold on. Let's see. Just like how those sites be showing y'all the net worth of y'all favorite celebrity, that's because that information is public record. It's the same way they know about y'all. They can put our money, our information out there. Okay? If you have a government job, we can look up your grade. We can find out how much money you make. Did y'all know that government employees' income is public record? So it's a lot of stuff that y'all don't know that's public, and just telling all y'all business. Okay. All right. Julia says, hey, Shamika, can I put my private student loans in bankruptcy? You can only put Parent Plus loans in bankruptcy. All loans will have to go into bankruptcy, but they're more than likely going to come back out, meaning you will have to pay them. Okay. So yes, you can put them in, but you probably more than likely are still going to owe unless you have some type of medical condition or something to say that you cannot. Right. But before anybody tries to put their loans in bankruptcy, first see if your school is on the list. How many of y'all still be emailing me and I'm like, your school is on the list. Why are you paying? Mama says, hello, I just dropped in on your page. Can you inform me on the professional? On the professional, what, Mama Walking? Let me know and I will. All right. So it's almost 8 o'clock again. So I'll see y'all again on Wednesday. I'm gonna see if Mama Walker's gonna reply. But again, y'all know I like to do my rehash. Go and do income driven repayment. Bam! I remembered it on my own, y'all. Do y'all income driven repayment consolidation if you have not yet done that for your student loans, because they are going to come into repayment this summer, they say, or early this fall. We don't know, but they may. All right. So you still need to do it because your loans, if you are waiting on borrower's defense, will not be wiped off until 2024. So ain't no sense of waiting. Just going on and put them in there and get them consolidated. And even though they're probably not going to ask you for no money, but if the loans haven't gone through, you technically still owe it. All right. If you are or have been a victim of domestic violence, like I said, please make sure you go to your attorney general's website. They have all the resources and where you can find the money. Okay. You do not have to always just stay at shelters. And if you are a veteran, they have additional programs for veterans who go through domestic violence. All right. What else did we talk about? We talked about y'all businesses. We already know about that. Oh, we talked about these secondary credit bureaus. So if you have a bad history with banks, you can order your bank credit reports. They absolutely have them. If you have a history of a lot of other things, they got reports on those too, but those usually don't stop you from moving ahead. But the bank credit reports will, just like your regular credit reports. Big Mom says as early as you can apply for NACA, 18 years old with a job. Yes, most times you cannot apply for a home program unless you're 18. How soon can I start helping my youngest have good credit by the time she's 18? You can start at 13 by adding them as an authorized user. As children can build credit at 13. So for you guys who have young kids, I don't know why they are not on some of your credit cards. Oh, I know why, because you aren't managing your credit correctly. Please don't mess up their credit because you have not prepared yours. But if you are responsible, please add them. If you want to teach these kids something, get them one of those debit cards. Give them some money so they can learn the difference between debits and credits. You know, stuff that we didn't learn until we was probably in college. All right. So do that, and then add them as children on and the household employees, so they can experience what it's like to file taxes. Okay. All right. How can I get the list? If you want to get the list, y'all know I got a lot of lists. Go to my website under the shop tab. Look under the grants. There's a ton of grants on there if you want to find anything about a grant. If you want the list, y'all know my list keeps getting bigger, of the CDL questions. If you want the list of the schools that are on the list for the borrower's defense, and what's another list I got? And if you want the list of the places that you could go to teach English so you could get away from this country for at least a week or so, I will send those to you too. Just go to my website, send me a message, and I will do that. Dwight says I have one more minute, so I'm not gonna keep y'all. Again, thank y'all for being here on Monday. See you guys on Wednesday. Be blessed. And any questions, please hit me up. I hope to see you guys again soon. Okay. Y'all take care. Bye. See y'all later. Thank you, Dwight. Bye.